I am your 12-minute intermezzo, so you can think about the questions you are going to ask the panel. What I would like to do in the next very brief moment is to introduce you to the International Wildfire Simulation Project. And on behalf of the current project partners, be aware at the end I'm going to invite you to become a project partner also. I'm presenting the project as it is right now to you. Project partners currently, Entente, the Casque School here in Valabre, leading project partner, the New South Wales Rural Fire Service, actually a key project partner right now, the safety region of Gelderland-Midden, a Dutch safety region, and my company, XVR, the creators of the simulation software which underlies the project. Very quick. What is it? What's the project about? It's actually to enhance the 3D virtual reality simulation, use state-of-the-art simulation and visual technologies to improve training realism and build on the experience which is already being built up here in Valabre, but also in Australia and the Netherlands in the area of simulation-based training. What are the starting points? Basically, the key starting points was that since 2000, the Casque School here in Valabre and Colin Martin is one of the key founders of the whole methodology, has been using simulation very, very successfully for FTF3 and FTF4, so the officer firefighter training, where they combine the on-the-ground simulation, the on-the-ground people in running the forest fire response together with the helicopter pilots as well as the pilots in the airplanes. The exercise management methodology and the exercise management software is of a very high quality. And if we look at the use of general simulation in incident command training, you can see that in over 200 countries, and it's in over 20 countries and over 200 users are using simulation for general incident command training. So not wildfire, but general road traffic accidents, house fires, or any other type of incident response. The last starting point of our project is the fact that there is a lot of research going on worldwide in enhanced fire behavior. But a key problem there is that the fire behavior simulators that exist right now, like Phoenix, like Farsight, are aimed at prediction. They are aimed at predicting the fire behavior, and they're not designed to actually respond to interventions being made by fire services. I know that there is work going on in the Netherlands, for example, with Farsight to actually build a response or a suppression module onto Farsight. But if we look at simulation training, we cannot only work from a prediction simulator, we also need a response simulator. That's the basics of our project. What does the project envision? First of all, we are going to improve firefighting and fire visualization in the XVR software. As I quickly showed you, if you talk about urban search and rescue, road traffic accident, house fires, it's all in there, but we don't have wildfires in it yet. And that's one of the key things we are developing inside the project. The Casque or the Entente and the research center as well as the school are developing a new wildfire training simulator. I'll show you a couple of images there. We're creating very large realistic 3D environments, and we're making localized vegetation and buildings to be able to end up with a simulation tool which can support not only France and Australia but any other partners that are going to join in. Very quickly, looking at the improved visualization, a small sidestep. XVR is a simulation platform which can be used for all different types of incident command, incident control training in different areas except wildfire, because that's what we haven't been focusing at yet. What I'm going to show you as images right now are therefore work in progress images. If you see errors in the visuals, it is because we are in the middle of the project at the moment. This is a view of the training center in the Netherlands, of our Netherlands partner, for example. And if I show you how a team training exercise is run there with the first results of the wildfire simulation capabilities, you can see that they're running a team exercise just like they run here in Valabre, with multiple students on the ground as well as in the air, for example. This is the typical setup of a simulation exercise. What we're trying to I have the 12 minutes, so I am speeding up. I hope you can follow me. This is a first glimpse of what we're creating in XVR at the moment. First of all, the ability to very easily create different fire lines and different fire methods. A key thing, and I've been looking at a lot of the visuals you also showed today, this is a typical Dutch fire line, the low fire line in the heath in the Netherlands. That's what it was originally designed for. But if I look at the big crown fires, that's an area where we're going to work on right now, so that we can really simulate all different types of fire behaviors. A second thing we need to really work on inside the simulation tool is all the different response capabilities. Not only sidelines, but also drip torches, all the aerial response methods, etc. This is just to show you a first glimpse of the quality that's possible, and it's going to increase. The next step I'm going towards is that line of fire. This is the simplest line of fire we have. Again, we're in the middle of the development right now. We are now linking it up to the simulator that a CASC is building. Let me just let the video finish for a second. The simulator. As I mentioned, we cannot unfortunately use Phoenix, Farsight or any other type of simulator, because it only predicts where the fire is going to go. What is being created right now, based on existing research, but also based on the experience here in the south of France, is a fire evolution simulator, which also takes into account, for example, retardants, but in the next step, also the water response measures, aerial as well as ground firefighting. This is a first glimpse of the simulator as it's being developed right now. It's of course taking into account slopes, it's of course taking into account different vegetation, it will take into account humidity, etc., everything that is relevant. But key, we are not trying to be another Phoenix, we are not trying to be another Farsight. We are creating a simulator which is enough for instructor-led exercises, so that the instructor can actually run a very realistic exercise which is linked to the 3D virtual environment, so that the fire progresses realistically and logically. The large 3D environments, welcome to Valabre Island. It's a non-existing island, but the team here at the Entente in Valabre, and basically very important, the GIS team, is building a non-existing island in which all types of slopes, all flatlands, different types of vegetations are all present, and that will be the basis of training, first of all here in France. But what we're already talking about, for example, to the New South Wales Fire Brigade, is use the same island, which, as you can see, is either located there or maybe on the New South Wales side, but change the vegetation type. So we have a very detailed GIS environment with all the maps associated with it, which are all coming out of the very experienced service here in France. We are using existing GIS info, digital elevation models, vegetation maps, etc. And this is a 3D result quality that we're looking at. And we're going to be able to very quickly change the vegetation. Currently working on Dutch and Australian vegetation, but depending on the partners that join us in the project, we can easily change the vegetation in the visual 3D as well as in the Ignis simulator, and then you have your local vegetation and your local simulation exercise. And if Catalonia has really been well at clearing their forests, then we're going to change the forest there. Last 2 minutes, I'm looking at my host. You will be, or you, depending on not all of you, but a lot of you will be receiving an invitation letter. Because the International Wildfire Project is looking for project partners. A CASC in Valabre, the Australians are looking for other partners that are willing to join us, either as a full partner or as knowledge partner. And we're talking to different organizations at the moment. I sincerely hope that the Country Fire Authority in Victoria will actually join in the project. The more users we have, the more experience can be shared. But very importantly, we can then adapt the simulator as well as the 3D environment, the Valabra Island, to quickly and very effectively match your own training regime. Since you'll all be using the same simulator and the same Ignis simulator, you can put and upgrade the simulation very easily by working with your partners here in Valabra. This was a very quick brief. I'm sorry for the speed. I'll be here tomorrow, but we invite you all to actually take part in the project.